This kicks off my new video series where I'm going to review each and every one of my 9 attachments I got from my Derette DRT450 mini skid steer. Apparently these attachments work on the Toro Dingo and possibly a couple other models. I do have a video coming up where my buddy has a Toro Dingo and a whole bunch of the same attachments I do, and we're going to compare them side by side. But for now, I'm going to keep it really basic. I've got my machine. First attachment in line is the trencher. So I'm going to take the trencher and I'm going to go out in my side yard where I have no need to have a trench at all. But I want to see how it works, and I bet you guys want to see how it works. So this video, I'm going to test out the trencher just in the average lawn in the average little neighborhood here in good old Norman, Oklahoma. In the future, I'll do some other stuff, rocky soil, forest with roots, and some clay. But for now, let's go with a normal little subdivision lawn and see how this thing trenches. Let's get it hooked up. Once it's hooked up, first thing, flip your latches. These latches will lock it in so that it can't get away from you. Next thing to do, you want to grab your hydraulic hoses. The hydraulic fittings go on right here. I've already got the caps off. But what I want to do is release the pressure from these. So I move the lever, and I think I got the right one. Nope. And you push it in, and then I release the pressure the other direction, grab my my hydraulic line, and just pop it on. So now everything's hooked up. When I fire up the machine, I got trenching. So this thing's heavy. Probably don't want to lift it very high, but you can. If you need to trench in the sky, you have that opportunity. As usual, we've got the deer. Sorry, gotta take a quick break to go talk to my friends. Look, a little buck, a little baby, and mama. The whole family. Oh, they don't want to talk today. Hey, mama. No? Bye, guys. All right, back to the video. This looks like as good a place as any to dig a random trench in the yard. My neighbor's gonna think I'm crazy, but let's see how this thing works. So what I learned the last time is you wanna keep the RPMs up really high, and it just digs better. Don't go that fast. I know some of you in the comments have said that you would rather dig by hand than use this Chinese junk. I don't know. That looks pretty good if you ask me. I'm gonna grab a tape measure. Let's see how deep this is. That looks like a pretty solid trench. I don't think that there's any point in my life I would choose to dig that by hand over using the machine. I'm gonna grab that tape measure. Well, I've introduced you to my deer friends, the deer. So let me introduce you to some of my family. So here, this is little Moolah. She's a little Frenchie. This is Max. Fix your ear, Max. Your ear's crooked. This is Max. He's an old man boxer. But they protect us from the mean deer. Yeah. But the deer are now gone. Thank goodness the dogs have saved us from the mean deer. So how deep is this hole? Got my tape measure. I am sitting at, oh wow, just under 3 feet. at the deepest. Over here where I wasn't going as deep, we're sitting at, oh, what is that? 2 feet 2 inch, something like that. So not bad. So this thing to the tip, I'm at about 36 inches right there. So there's the bottom. So it need to be tilted a little bit more. So if we have it like that, let's see, that's about the bottom. That's about 36 inches right there. Well, if you wanted to get wild, like really wild, you could do, I don't know, 3.5 feet. I don't think you'd want to, but I guess you could. I don't know. Will that work? Will it even work like that? I don't know. Like I always say, I don't know anything about these things. I've never had one before. I've never had a piece of heavy machinery or baby machinery. I barely have had a riding lawnmower. But I saw this and I thought this would be the perfect addition to my little family of toys along with my mini excavator. And I wanted it. So I ordered it. And I'm going to show you how it works. I've never used a trencher before, so I really don't know what I'm doing. So for not knowing what I'm doing, it seems to work pretty well. But I don't know if it's this machine or trenching in general, but when I slowly pull back on the controls, or maybe it's the soil, I don't know. Comment below and let me know if I'm doing this wrong. But when I pull back on the controls slowly, it tends to bog and stop. When I just tap it, just little taps, it moves pretty well. Let me show you. Here's some little taps. And then I let it sit and chew. A little more again. Just chewing. But then if I hold the controls at a steady, slow pace, and that's where it stops. So I reverse it, I go forward again, I drop her back in. So it seems like it's easier just to go just a little bite at a time. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. but I don't mind a little bump here and there. The amount of effort I'm exerting right now compared to a shovel, look, 2 fingers. Those of you that complain and say you'd rather dig it by hand than use your little fingers, I think you guys are sick and you really need some psychiatric treatment. Because I'd rather do this any day of the week. And honestly, it's kind of fun. I'm standing on my little machine digging a trench, but really I'm not. I'm just playing with my 2 little fingers. That's something you got to be mindful of, by the way. Let me show you. You have to be careful where your hydraulic lines are. Look at this. I almost crushed this in between there when I was letting it down. So I got to come up with a better solution to where to put these so I don't get them stuck in between when this is moving back and forth. And it's not just this attachment, but it's all the attachments. You always have to be mindful of this. You need to watch where these lines are. So I've never had one of these before, like I've said, so I don't know where they're supposed to go. I do know that I almost just got this pinched in here. This was down in here, and had I tilted this all the way back up, it would have pinched that line. I don't want to buy a new line. I don't want to fix any lines. I just want it to work. So if you have any suggestions on what to do with them, do you zip tie them up? Do you use some sort of spring thing? I don't know. I don't know how this works. But any suggestions you have, let the new guy know. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is a pretty solid trench here. See that? It's hard to get down and see. But yeah, I'd say that's a win. Honestly, I've got so much sand and rocky, nasty soil and stuff I want to get rid of. I might just dig a trench and get a bucket, take the other stuff, throw it in the trench, and take all this nice soil I just dug up and go move this around the yard. Because this looks like some pretty nice dirt compared to the sand I have on the other side of the yard. There you have it. I dug a random trench in my yard. My neighbors probably think I'm nuts. And now I have to backfill this stupid thing. Oh well, it was worth it to see how it works, right? All right, I'm gonna put this trencher back away. Now we've seen how it worked. I'm a fan, I like it. I've got more practice to do to really figure it out. I'm not an expert with this stuff. Any tips you guys have, like I said, let me know. I'd like to improve. But thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this helps some of you. Maybe it helps some of you make up your mind if you want to get one of these or not. I know it certainly is making me grateful I did get one. So anyway, thanks for watching. Click that like and subscribe. Please leave a comment if you have anything positive to say, even if you got some negative stuff to say. Constructive criticism is how we all get better, right? Anyway, have yourself a great day. Enjoy your time in the trees, and we'll see you on the next one. So this week has been a really busy week for me. Besides end of month at work, automotive business, end of month is crazy. So besides end of month, I've been coming home on the evenings and the weekend, and I've worked to chop out my single door and put in double doors. Why? Because this is an air-conditioned room in the back of my shop. It's currently full of stuff. But I'm going to take the mini skid in here, and I'll have a climate-controlled room, my YouTube studio, where I can work on maintenance and all kinds of stuff in a climate-controlled environment. And I think that'll be a major upgrade for me, because I am tired of sweating it out in this Oklahoma heat.